hear me? I am going to refresh here. Ow. Just need somebody to tell me it is all good and up and running. Still can't see it on my computer. Oh, there I am. Now, can you hear me, folks? Somebody give me the thumbs up. Well, I'm gonna figure that you guys can hear me. Heck yeah, he says. Alrighty, guys, we are live. Yo, look at that. We are on the air, folks. Woo! Well, I guess you can't see the on very good. This is WIP Wednesdays. Wow! Wowwy'z Workshop. How is everybody doing? Here we go. Good. Everybody can hear me. Sometimes I don't know if I've clicked something on the phone wrong or I've done something wrong. I just like to get the old confirmation. Thank you, folks. It is showtime. It is. We are on the air. And this is one of those things. I'm lucky I even had a dimmer switch, or else it'd look like that. Okay? This is one of those things that Wowie didn't think it out beforehand. Bought it just for the show. And then when I got it here, it just clicks on or off, and then it reminded me because I got the Wowwy'z Workshop neon sign, and I know that I have to turn that on the very lowest setting in order for it to be visible on camera. So I got all excited, used all my spending money on that, and then you couldn't even see it when I was trying to take pictures of it. But I got the dimmer on it, and it's looking okay now. Ow! Jeez, the things I do, folks. And when I got here, old Grumpy was here. Grumpy is here. We're talking with Mark Anthony. Mark tries to carve. Dad was here. Scott, thank you for coming, guys. Rhinestone Suzanne. She is driving right now, but she's listening, guys. Perry the Carving Wizard is here. Thank you, Perry, for coming. My brother, the Electric Whittler, is here. That's my lightning bolt. Thanks for coming, Josh. Ow! Making sure I haven't missed anybody. Happy Curmudgeon Carving is here. Happy Curmudgeon is Matthew. The friends and family. We got Billy here. Billy is here. Thanks for coming, Billy. We got RCP in the house. That is Robert C. Peters, you guys. Your friend and mine. And I think that's everybody so far. I haven't missed anybody. I hate missing folks. Well, we love you all. Hey, my brother just slid in. There's Darren Dib. Darren, 2 brothers, 1 vision. That's what 2B1V stands for. And he's Mod Squad, so watch your P's and Q's, folks. Or he'll be on you like a wolf. Joe! So everybody's coming in. Oh, Dalen's is here. Dalen's handmade woodworking. He's driving and listening, folks. Another driving and listener. So you just drive safe, sir. Get to where you're going, and then come talk if you have a chance. Do a little tribe talking. Get my shirt ready. Or I'm going to start fighting with the shirt again, guys. Oh, but this one has a tighter neck around, so maybe it won't move around so much. But that makes me mad. Thanks for coming, brother. So yes, folks, like you say in there, I guess it looks okay. It just looks like blue light and air, right? But hey, whatever. Whatever, it looks okay. It looks okay with the lights on, right? You can see it? There you go. We are on the air. Okay, Wowie. Enough of that. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for coming. Truly means a lot to Larry, to Wowie, and to Darren, a.k.a. 2 Brothers, 1 Vision. That's my brother and myself, if you're new here watching. Yes. Everybody is talking, saying hello. So yes, folks, we are back again with another one. And today, again, we are going to be working on this smiling little fella. Now, let me tell you, while I was standing here, getting everything ready, we got to cut this smile in soon. And so I was looking at that, and I was like, okay, well, the way a smile works, I want the tightest part of the smile up there to be the sharpest cut, right? The sharpest and deepest nice carve, like a nice sharp cut, okay? And then, I do have some chisels, but not many. like proper wood chisels, and I do have some. What does it look like with the lights on with this full blast? Oh, okay, well, looks better like that. Okay, and so, but they're all back in this pile back here, and I couldn't get to them, but I got to a couple of them. And these are ones that Jordy sent me. I had Jordy sold me a little while ago. Well, it's a couple years ago now. It was an estate sale, and we bought some stuff from it. And I scored a couple of these Swiss-made kind of chisels, right? So today I was out there, well, out here, and I was looking at it, and I was thinking about that part of the smile and how deep and sharp I want that line. So I just went out there and threw her in the old Jawhorse, gave it a couple of whacks on the head with that bad boy. Pete made me that. He turned me that. Turn me on, turn me loose. He turned that for me. And I promised that I wouldn't put it on the shelf and adore it, because I do tend to do that when people get me things. But no, I've been trying to use it, and there are some dents and dings on there. But what a beautiful tool Pete made me there. And that's funny because Pete actually is the one that turned this flower pot. Okay, so I put her out there in the Jawhorse, gave it a couple whacks on the head there, and it worked just great. And I would have kept going, you know, and just start cutting that in. But after this curved part there, you have to, it goes out to a more, like I would have needed an even broader chisel. And I don't, that was like well, I'll show you. This here it was okay in the top part of the crack there of the smile, but I couldn't go all the way with it, or else it would have looked like little tiny, like a horseshoe shape. It wouldn't have been a proper line, is what I'm trying to say, okay? But I did the corners, whacked it good, that worked good. So at least we got the mouth line started anyways. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. What's going on here? I'll just randomly, if you're new here, I will talk to you guys in the camera, and then I'll check on here, make sure I'm not missing nothing with the tribe. Looks like Jane's in the house. Hello, sister, how you doing? Thanks for coming, Jane. Oh, I love it. I love it when the sisters come on in. RCP says, takes my sketches to a whole new level. Oh, okay, you guys are talking about, okay, whatever. Yeah, you guys are talking. But yeah, that's cool. RC Peters has been using a neat phone app. I don't know if it's AI. Well, I guess everything's AI now. But he was using this cool new phone app where you can take a picture and then have it come to life, you know? So you can have a static image, is something that you drew or something, and then you can make it come to life for a couple of seconds. And so that's really, really cool. I've been watching RCP do that on the freaking lights on the old Facebook there. Looks cool, Robert. And it does. It brings things to life. That's really, really cool. Everybody's saying hi to Jane. So yeah, if you're new here, I hope there's some new people watching. I'll just give you the rundown of what we do here. I'm Wowwy. This is the workshop where we share the work of two brothers, one vision. And that, like I said, because that's my brother and myself. I guess this thing looks better with this light on, but while I explain myself here. And we're multimedia artists. We do all sorts of stuff. My brother likes to work with metal, copper, and brass, and scrap. We really, really like to use scrap materials or discarded. Driftwood is a favorite of ours, and we like to find stuff that you can find, you know, and then turn into art. That is our most grandest form. And then especially with copper and the metal work and the brass and stuff, we always try and recycle, you know, before. We have bought copper from places for certain projects that it was very, very specified. But other than that, we use, like my brother can take a pile of pipe and tiger torch it and get it all soft and cut it all up and make freaking feathers and leaves, and then with ground wire he can make spirals and just beautiful stuff out of scrap. And you know, there's a story to that. There's a story about bringing the discarded and the lost and the forgotten and giving it a new life, you know? And that's what we do here at Wowwy'z Workshop, Two Brothers, One Vision, okay? So here is where, this is the creation station, okay? And this is where Wowie does primarily all of my carving. Basically, I do up here, okay, or outside. But this is a creation station, and as you watch it here, I will zoom me on in here, and you'll watch me as I do and work on this. Okay, we are Kutzall affiliates, so the majority of the tools, the carving burrs and stuff that I use on my Dremel Flexshaft, they are Kutzall. And if you need a Kutzall tool, if you want to get into power carving yourself, use the link below there in the basement. It'll give you an automatic discount. And I give you my word as an artist that they are good tools. And if you ever do have a problem with them, Mike and the staff there will take care of you right quick, because they're great, great people. And we're very, very proud to be Kutzall affiliates here. There's also Amazon links down there, because it's called Amazon Associate. But basically, someday, we're just baby, but someday we can have maybe an Amazon store if I can keep things going long enough, I guess is how it works. JRH 1365 is here. Hello! I think that's John. John. Hey, Just Carve Rob just rolled in. How you doing, Just Carve Rob? Thanks for coming, brother. Chow! Now I was getting excited. Yes, that's John. Okay. Sorry, John. Sometimes I said John. I used to say John, I thought. I don't know. Thanks for coming. And Just Carve Rob. Looking for love in all the wrong places. No, I'm just kidding, Rob. You are always welcome here, brother. What do you think of my sign? Well, he's on the air. Tribe worldwide. Tribe strong. Coming to you from the creation station. From nation to nation. We are Tribe strong. Making sure I haven't missed anybody here. Good, good. So I'll just keep on going here. So yeah, today we are working on this flower pot. Now this flower pot is a vessel that Pete Blair turned for me. And it is made just so that we can slide glass beakers into it. Okay, so this is an actual functioning flower pot that you can put a real flower in it, a real flower with the water in its glass tube inside, and it's an actual functioning piece, which is really, really cool, because sometimes you'll carve something, and especially with wood, you don't want to be filling it with water and stuff. That'll wreck it. Well, I think so. But the way Pete and I did it was that this beaker goes in and out of it, and you can pull out the beaker and clean it all up and stuff. And when it's time to water it, you pull out the beaker, water it by the sink, make sure it's all good, the level is good, no drippy. Then you slide it back on in there and put your flower. And I know it's not frickin' summer. I don't care. I'll put a piece of holly up in them. All right? Christmas jingle. Okay? Little bells. Dingle, dingle. Okay? So it don't matter. Wood spirits are all year round. Okay? LaRue is in the house. LaRue, where are my matters? LaRue is here, folks. He does all of the music. We give much respect to him. Okay? The Japanese radio. He's an antique. Okay? You be good to LaRue. That's about it. It's been a great show, everybody. Thanks for coming. I'm just kidding. I have an exit sign says Just Carve Rob. Meaning get the heck out of here. That's awesome. Yeah, these are like these little signs I got, because upstairs in the home studio, upstairs in the studio, we have one of these signs that is the Two Brothers One Vision logo, and it's awesome, and it's pink. That was my very first favorite color, and I'll fight you for it. I don't care. But yeah, it's pink, and these are LED. They're LED neon lights. So that's an LED strip behind the plastic that they put on there, and it makes it look like a neon sign. You just buy them off Amazon, and you can even upload your logo. That's what I did for the upstairs one, and you know, they'll give you a quote, and you say yes, pay now, and they make it for you. Send it home. I just love them. But this one wasn't one of those, and that's why I just bought it on the whim. I didn't know if it had a dimmer. It didn't. And so I just had to order away and cross my fingers. And of course it was too bright. It was too bright. But that's okay. I got the thing here. Well, there it goes. It doesn't really like the dimmer, so we'll see. It looks okay with the lights on, so I'm happy with that. You know, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Just like Meatloaf said. Carbon Fusion is here. Hello, Jordy. How you doing, Jordy Johnson? Thanks for coming by. And I'm just Carve Rob. We got a twofer. We got a twofer Wednesday. The big boys are rolling in. Thanks for coming, Jord. And Jordy has a new challenge going, guys. The Christmas challenge. Okay? And if you don't know, he's helping us with the Watcher challenge, which is running until December 1st. If you haven't yet, you got to start your Watcher. It's a very basic carve, and I don't have any watchers in here right now. I'm sorry. Do I? Nope. But yeah, there you can find my video if you're interested. It's the Watcher challenge, it's called, and Carbon Fusion is helping us with that one. And of course, I'm always going to help Jordy with his, so I want to get the word out that he just started a new challenge. It's the Christmas challenge, and I believe the rule is you have to have a Santa door, like a gnome door, like a gnome home door, but it's for Santa, a little Santa gnomey. But I still have to catch up on Jordy's video to get all the rules. Chevy Man is here. Hello, Chevy Man. Thanks for coming. That's awesome. Lots of the people are rolling in. Don't worry, Larry, I haven't forgot your Watcher challenge. Just Carve Rob mentioned it in his last video, the Watcher. Oh, did you, boy? Thank you, Rob. I got to catch up with yours, too. Doing this thing now where it's hard for Wowie, but when the wife gets home, and the wife has been home sick for the last 5 days, and I'm just, I love my wife, God love her, but when she's sick, and I was so afraid that I was going to get sick, but I've been just doing my best to take care of her. I love her dearly. Spooky doobie I do. But she went back to work today. But yeah, it was a workmate who came. She was sneezing and coughing on everything, and it's just like, what are you proving? You forced yourself to come to work one day, and now you just got 5 other people sick. For frick's sakes. Anyways, why am I rambling about this? Is because we kind of did this thing now. Katie, when she gets home, she goes on and she just doom scrolls and stuff for about an hour because she can't go on social media all day. She's working, right? So she does her thing, and while I'm on there, I'm on YouTube while she's doing her little thing for the hour, and I'm trying to catch up. But after that, I put the phone down. And I turn it on mute, and I just try and give her the attention because, people are staring down at their phones for too much these days, right? And I want to give the wife, the love and attention she deserves. Oh, Jordy's sick again. Jeez, man, I thought you kicked it. I'm sorry, Jord. Yeah, take your vitamins. I've been down in the vitamin C chewable tablets. Like, I'll take like 6 at a time. But I also, and I swear by this, oregano oil. You can get it at the pharmacy. You can get it at some grocery stores will have it in their little, the health aisle. But oregano oil, and that stuff, man, you put some in water, mix it up back, and then slam it. Sometimes if it has a dropper in it, some bottles come with a dropper, some don't. If it has a dropper on it, I'll just put it into the back of my throat and then drink water. But it can burn. But my gosh, oregano oil, it will, if you got like little things lingering in you, little colds that are considering to take you on, that oregano oil just gives them the frickin' boot. It's like a bouncer in your body. Okay? Yes, Kay is awesome. Thank you, Jordy. He knows who I'm talking about. Spooky Doobie is who it means. No sick cure, strong like bull, says R.C. Peters. Well, that's good, R.C. Peters, because you work in the public too, and you don't want me getting people sick. Jeez. Oh! Why did that thing go off now? Well, I don't think it likes the, okay, we're just going to leave that thing off for now. I don't think it liked the dimmer switch. My goodness, wowie. Howdy, wowie, everyone. Hey, Matt Cars is here. Hello, Matt. You just missed my new sign. It just died. Ow! Well, you see, now I'm really... I just got to do this now. See if it's dead or what. Oh, there it goes. Well, it looks okay with the light on, but it ain't dimmable. I'll just tell you guys that now. At least it's not blowing out. Thanks for coming, Matt. And if you guys don't know, Matt Cars is also a very talented carver with a great channel too. And Carving Fusion, well, we all came from Carving Fusion, so he's got a really good channel. And so does Just Carve Rob. Especially if you're a new carver, you guys want to learn this whole world of wood spirits and everything like that, check them out. Check these channels out that you see in this live chat going on here, folks. Thanks. Yikers, yes. It looks cool, but when I got the cozy lights on, Matt, the cozy lights, that's what it does. I don't know if you can go like, take the light down and, no. That's what it does. My goodness. So yeah, we are going to continue on this today, guys. Like I said in the last episode, that this is the hardest wood I've ever carved. And it's been a humdinger, let me tell you. So today I am going to cut in, I'll do a little drawing here and then I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. I am going to cut in big sections for the eyes, so then I can decide if I want to have them with open eyes or have him with the closed eyes. I will admit that when you do a wood spirit with your closed eyes, it's kind of easier to do. Well, it is. Not kind of. It is easier to do. But with these ones, with the things I've been doing recently, I'm trying more and more to challenge myself and push past those things that make you scared, right? And attempt the things that make you scared. You know, do it to it, like we like to say here. So yeah, it's hard to even see those pencil lines. But cutting in the eyes, we're going to cut that mouth in. But first, we got to get rid of that flat nose. I know that I was driving Jordy crazy, that flatness of the face. We got to get working on that nose before I get too far ahead. And we are going to get the sides, like the side bumps, more established. Bring that material down. Like I said before, using the Kutzalls and some other things. I also like to use, when I do my carving, a lot of the times, I like to use these little carbide burrs, little carbide cutter burrs. And you can get all sorts of shapes, well, not shapes, but all sorts of sizes, sorry. And I get those ones from Amazon. And you can also buy, like, they're called metalworking burrs or aluminum cutting burrs. And you can get, like, packs of them that they look like this. But these ones are like, these ones have seen better days. These are all screwed big time from when Darren and I used to, when we were doing stuff before I even started carving, those ones. But yeah, I really like to use these little carbide cutters when I do, like, when I cut out the main part of the eye shape. Or things like that, especially in a hardwood like that. I like to use those little carbide cutters. And those links are downstairs there in the basement, okay? Those are some of the links I got down there for those. And they're just a round little fluted burr, but they rip, they cut. And that's how we cut in the main brow line and the nose in the last episode. With this whole line here and the nose down here and the humps. That's how I did all of that, was with the bigger carbide ball burr. And then we put the Kutzalls on there, the flame tapers, and that's how we take, or the Kutzall Extreme Flame Burr. And that's how we took the majority of the bulk away. Because like I said, this is hard, man. And I had to retire one of my flame burrs and crack open the new pack. And that's this baby. And that's a Kutzall Flame Extreme. Okay? And it's all nice and black because it's brand new. So yeah. That's how far we got last time. Have I missed anything in the talk here? Just let me check, folks. Rhinestone is back. How you doing, Rhinestone? Chevy man, everybody, greetings all from Oregon. Hey, one of mine rocks is here. Hello. How you doing, one of mine? Thanks for coming. Got a new sign. We are on the air. I'm just kidding. Kind of looks like a happy onion. Love those Burr, says RCP. Yep, they're the best, I'd say. Hey, Steven S. Carvings is here. Hello, Steven. Thanks for coming, brother. Hello to the wife, if she's watching. Steven and his wife are watching from the UK. So it's later there. It's like, I would say 2:26. That would make 10:30 or 10:26, I believe. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it when you folks stay up and watch. And I know the algorithm hamster appreciates it too when people from Tribe Worldwide, when the Tribe Worldwide tune in, that hamster really gets excited. Let me tell ya. Yeah, it does look like an onion, eh? A happy little onion pot. But the first thing I'll do today are these side parts of the nose here. Okay, I was thinking about it because there's various burrs and different ways you can take that down, right? But if I use this Kutzall ball in Extreme, it's a small ball. If I use that to take that material down, it would give me the nice rounded level that you would have right here, right? Like that's how you use these burrs to your advantage for the shape that they are for what you're trying to achieve, right? So I'm thinking if I use this one on each side there of the nose, number one, it'll take material down, but number two, it'll give me that nice curved line in there. But then again, you know, I got this thing here, guys. This is called a Fordham Typhoon burr. I'm sorry that the light isn't. And it's pokey like an Extreme, but it's just that long. And so I was kind of thinking after I was done the other day, maybe I use that on each side to take away that material to where I want to get it, to how low, and then I'll use the round to give me that nice curved spot in there. That's what I'm gonna do to start working on that. Start working on that nose. We are going to do that. Start with the Typhoon, then switch over to the Kutzalls. And also while I'm in here doing that stuff, like when I was drawing this ion on this side, it went on okay. But over here, you see it's higher here, like the material is higher here. So I got to balance these two sides out better before I cut any eye in. I know it's kind of hard to see here, but believe me, it's higher right here. There's more material here. And so when you draw on your eye line, it's not nice and flat as it is on the other side. So what you got to do, how you do it, is to make the playing field more level and more symmetrical on either side. And then after it's nice and smooth and ready to go, then draw on your eye line and cut them in. And you're not going to have, because you know what, if you don't do that, you could just cut the eye in, but then you're going to be fighting with it. You're going to be fighting with it and trying to balance things out later. And just believe Wowie, because Wowie has learned the hard way on all of this stuff. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. It's kind of like you do it now so that later on it's easier and it works out better for you. Okay? That's what I'm trying to say. Jesus, Wowie. I appreciate your patience. Man, that kind of bummed me out about that sign thing. I'm glad I didn't wreck it. But I really thought that the old dimmer switch was going to work on that thing. Man. So, when you do power carving like Wowie is going to today, You got to use your PPE, folks. You got to use your PPE, or else you won't be carving for long. This is going to wreck your lungs, and it'll wreck your eyes, because stuff will get into your eyes. Believe me. I use this PPE. It's like a 3M mask that I got off Amazon. These here, these 2097 or 2091 pads are primarily what woodworkers use. The ones I follow anyways. And yeah, always give it a carbon fusion spider check. Because if you put that thing on your face and there's a spidey in there, whew, that's all I can say about that. You don't want that. Have I missed anything? Do it to it, says R.C. Peters. Yes, hit the like button, folks. You hit the like button, the algorithm gets a little tiny. The algorithm hamster gets a pellet, okay? If you subscribe, the algorithm hamster gets a yogurt drop. And that's how this whole YouTube world works. The algorithm hamsters are running the whole damn place. I saw somebody just come here. Hey, Glenn McKelvey is here. Sorry, Glenn. Glenn McKelvey. How are you doing, sir? Thanks for coming. We are going to start working on this happy grinning flower pot. Now, I'm going to put thru back here. I can turn off my little fan. So I just have a phase after I get out of the shower, man, because I have a shower before the show and I get all ready. But for about half an hour after I get out of the shower, because I'm a big guy, oh man, do I sweat. I think it has to do with the meds I'm on too, but yeah, there's a span there after the hour where I have to have that fan on, or I'd be a freaking dripping mess on live television. Okay, I guess I don't need this whacker anymore. Put that back too, because you don't want to be cluttered. You want to have a nice clear playing field. So, now that I've bored you all with all of that, I am going to change the camera over here just ever so slightly so that I can then zoom in on what we're going to be doing here. And you don't have to look at my ugly mug. Okay, so you see that? This is the creation station, okay? It is all on this Workmate thing that you can buy from different places. I believe Harbor Freight might have these, but this is from Canadian Tire. And I stand when I carve, because I got it screwed back. I can't I wouldn't be able to sit and carve for 10 minutes, okay? So that's why I stand when I carve and I stand when I draw. And that's how it is upstairs in the illustration station. So, I'm going to get going here. This is my dust selection box hooked up to a Juanita 4-inch Cyclone. And that is hooked up to a King Canada dust collector. It all gets sucked in here and away from my lungs, but you wear this stuff as well. And that's how you goes. Okay, guys? So I'm going to zoom you in, and we are going to get started. We're going to make some noise. We're going to make some noise, and we're going to make some happy times. Okay? Now, that's probably good there. Maybe bring it back this. Let's snap. I'll do it. And as I go, I will show you that. Whoa, damn. As I go, I'll show. And kind of talk and stuff when I can. But like I said, right now, we're going to work on the nose. And then we're going to get these plain areas a little bit level out better there. And then cut in that eye and start figuring that all out. Okay, guys. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for being here. I'm putting on the PPE. Carbon fusion spider check. All right, we are good to go. All that's left is to do it to it. And this will be backwards. But it says to it. All right. Here we go. Phew, got it all fogged up really, really quick there. I don't know why, but I turned the fan on. So, we got that started, you guys. You see there? I keep on looking at it from the bottom up while I'm carving, because you want to make sure that you do the both sides equal, right? So that's what I'm doing there. And now, slowly but surely, you're going to get that profile to kick off more. I'm going to keep on going, but I'm going to switch over to that little ball that I was talking about. And I think I'm going to go from extreme to maybe coarse, but get in there and take more of it down. We got to keep on going. You got to keep on going until it's the right level, and then you kind of connect the hump. You like cut the hump in afterwards with those little carbide balls that I was showing you, okay? And then I was also taking the material away here, trying to get this side the same as this, so we can cut those eyes in. Well, the eye mound is like I like to call it. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there, but I got fogged up right quick. So we haven't been going that long. I guess I was carving for maybe 15 minutes there. Have I missed anything in the talks here? Talking to Glenn. Hey, Grumpy. Glenn, do. Diggly do. People are talking. R.C. Peters. Mark says, I really miss carving. I need to find somewhere to sit down and get carving. Hopefully I can get sorted the next week. In the meantime, I'll just have to live vicariously through the rest of us. Yes, Mark, I'm giving these hearts for you, brother. It's been really, really hard, man. He's been trying to move and find a new place to live. And, you know, all of that new stuff in his life. And take care of his daughter. And, you know, keep things going okay with his daughter's mom, and you know, keep everybody happy. And it's just it's really some trying times for Mark right now, guys. So yeah, keep good thoughts in your heart and in your prayers for Mark, so you can get through these turbulent times soon and get back to where he can carve. And that, you guys, you know, as we all know as carvers that are here, that's our safe place. Like Perry put it in his backstory that I read in his video, it's a solace. Your solace. It's your purpose. It's your it's so hard to explain, yet if you're a carver and just a creator in general, you know exactly what I mean. It's carving becomes your therapy. Okay, quite literally. So I'm just going to quickly switch over to this little Kutzall. I don't think I have the little ball in fine. Let me do a quick scan. Ooh, I do have the little ball in coarse. That's what I was trying to say, is coarse. I got a couple of them in fine. I must say, you know, when it comes to the Kutzall burrs, I love it. I love the ones that are in the fine flavor. But they come in fine, coarse, and extreme. And they're just that, fine, coarse, and extreme. But I'm just going to quickly go on here and just see how it lights. I'm not going to turn everything on yet. Then you guys can see. And it lights it. A little bit, just a little bit. Now I can see I'm lower on one side than I am on the other, so. Yep. And go over there on that side, and go on this side. There we go. Looking pretty even. Okay. I can start with that. Okay, and then if I didn't mention you guys, when I switch over and start doing this crazy stuff, that's the old Pete Blair sanding mandrel I got going. Okay? And that's Emory cloth sandpaper. And then you can get sanding mandrels. They're just little mandrels. You can get them if you don't have a Pete one. I don't know if he's selling them anymore after the tariffs and everything, but you can get them on Amazon. But my tip to you is to get the best kind of Emory cloth, like the softest Emory cloth sandpaper that you can get. And it can like really up your carving game. And as a lot of you folks know, wow, he loves the sanding. Okay, I'm going to put this stuff back on. Make a quick carbon spider check first. See if I don't fog out so quick. Okay. moving right along. Moving right along. I think now I'm to the place, I should say. Where's my little? I always like to have a little piece of sandpaper here while I talk, but let me just do a little bit of this here. I think I'm to the point there where we can draw on some eyes now, like draw the eye mound lines on. Sorry. And just at least start cutting those in so that we can really define the eye mounds. I really want to make the eyes big, and whether they're open or closed or however we figure this out. Like look at right here. This is one of those spots where it's good to show, like you see that dark spot there? That's a grain line. So I don't know what that's going to look like when I get the eyes cut in, like if it's going to look like it's a mistake, or I don't know. You don't know. You just got to like do your best and just work with the wood and just keep going. This wood, like I mentioned before, is so strong. I don't really know what's going to happen. It's the first time I've ever carved a wood that's that tough. But all you can do is your best, and I will do that. Okay, now that's a bit bigger on this side, but we'll continue side. Now, for this eye mound, I think that I'm going to cut that in with a really small carbide cutter ball, okay? This little cutter here will go in there. I'll follow the pencil lines, and we'll get that eye mound established, okay? Just checking, making sure I haven't missed anybody here. BK. Okay. Where the wind blows is here. Hello, how you doing? Thanks for coming. Baby's kisses, here's some hearts for you. Those are for baby's kisses. Okay, do you guys want to be a bit closer to the carving? Got a little bit better? It's okay. Yeah, I just got to fix that. Don't get freaked out loud, just do your best. Wood grain won't mess up. You'll be okay, Wowie. The boat right there. And once I get those eye mounts started to cut in, then we can start shaping them, sinking them in farther, and then that'll get the next stage of poppage. Because we want to make these features pop, right? You want to make them pop right off. You don't want to have when you got this much material to work with, you don't want to have a flat face. So that's just kind of like it's kind of like wasted opportunities. And this here is one of the, like as far as all of these flower pots that he made, this one here has the most meat. This one here has the most canvas to work with. But you see how the nose now, we're getting those definitions of the nose more. It's starting. Okay, we gotta just shut up and keep carving. Alright, so we're gonna start with those eye mounds now. Let's do it. Yo! switching to the Dremel 7144 Diamond Burr. Fogging up. Fogging up. Choo! Fogging up. My goodness. Let's clean these bad boys. I gotta try Joseph, our new friend and new subscriber, new wonder to the family. Joseph, he told me to try dryer sheets, rubbing dryer sheets on my goggles, and that might help with the fogging. What's going on here? Have I missed anything? Hello, Rick Smith. How you doing, man? Thanks for coming, brother. Oh, I'm just trying to catch up. Nope, they're all talking. Thanks for coming, Rick Smith. Okay, I think I'm all caught up there. So I pulled out the, I tried to do a little bit of refining, like I said there, with my Dremel 7144s, that are these here, these little diamond burrs. They're really, really good for going in and cleaning up your cuts after you've used those little balls to cut in lines and whatnot. But when I tried it on here, it was just like, no, ain't happening. This wood is so strong, I could sit there and rub those things against it for hours and it wouldn't do nothing. Sorry, I'm just going, I'm just going to hit on the sander here, because I'm hitting the wood with the side of the flex shaft, call it, when I'm trying to get in there deep. And when you do that, it means it leaves these black marks. Like right there. That's the edge of my collet here, rubbing against it when I'm trying to get in those deep little crevasses. So you gotta be careful of that. And you know, you just combat it by cleaning them off after, but you don't want big black burnt spots all over your nice carving, you know? But as I was doing that, I was thinking to myself, yeah, the 7144 won't do nothing against that hardwood, but you know what will? the Kutzall fine detail burr set. Those are all in fine. Okay, you see all those different shapes there? This here is a little tiny flame burr. This is a little tiny ball, and then that there pokey, and then the one on the end here, that there is a Kutzall taper in fine that I just put in there. It doesn't come with this set, but these four do. Okay, and those are going to work good on this hard stuff. Oh, I got to have a drink of water here. Okay, Rhinestone, you got to go. Got to deliver the EGA to my father-in-law. Okay, Suzanne, thank you for coming. Much love to you, sister. Give my best to your father-in-law. Hope he's doing good. These hearts are for you, sis. Thank you very much for coming and supporting. So yeah, as I was looking down here from the bottom up, I really went deep. If you look right here, I really went deep in that way. Left quite the little tiny ridge there. So I got to be careful. You got to be careful, man, as you're doing this. But you see, we started with the eye mounds. I'm going to go in there now with these fine ones and just refine my little, just think of them as like little track lines. You make little track lines in there, you cut the little track lines in there, and then you go and follow your little track line and clean them up. Okay? Yeah, he is going to love it, Rhinestone. He's going to love it big time. You did an amazing job on that. Okay? So yeah, I haven't used these that much yet. I just got to do it, you know, you have to, when you get new burrs and just new tools in general, you know, you take some time to get the feel of them. And just using them in your, you know, adding them to your arsenal and then just using them. And that's how these new ones, this fine detail burr set has been. I just had it on the you know, had it up there. Like I said, you guys know, if you're a Wowie watcher, you know that Wowie will just put them up there and adore them. Adore his new tools, but tools are made to be used. Oh, sorry, little guy. Tools are made to be used, okay? So I'm going to go in there, redefine those little humps a little bit better, and then, guys, we are going to start cutting this mouth, the top of the mouth line in, and then we can start figuring out what we're going to use to take all of that material away to make that nice wide, big wide mouth. Okay? That's what we're doing next. The wood spirit is slowly appearing. I don't know why I used that voice. It's not scary. Okay. Here we go. Woo! right. Again, gotta unfog the old goggles. You don't want to be misty driving in this kind of terrain, I should say. No, misty driving will get you, or foggy driving, is probably a better way to say it. Will get you hurt right quick. Ow! You do not want that. Not when you're power carving, have that bad boy run up your arm. Let me tell you, folks, you do not want that. Okay, guys, how's everybody doing? Having a little break here. Just gonna have a little break and a drink of water. Tell you what I'm thinking. So far, it's going good. I got those eye mounts established. I'm still dealing with the nose, trying to make sure that it's totally, like, part of the reason why I made the nose so fat and big and wide is so that I had a lot of room for shaping it, you know? Because if you give yourself a nice chunk of real estate to work with, then later on you're not wishing, because there's nothing like losing all of that material and having too small of a nose or too small of a whatever have you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to keep chipping away in there as I work on it, and as I keep on getting it, a little bit more narrow in here. It all kind of just snaps together as you do it, okay? Trust me. Just trust Wowie. He's been here before. He's made quite a few wood spirit faces in his day. But as you can see now, the shadows there are starting to pop and work in our favor, as you see. It's coming together. It's coming together, guys. Have no fear. And then I just wanted to get it a little bit better established up there with the brow line. And I was using the coarse. And when I first started going, it was just burning. It was just burning the wood. Like this, that goes to show you how strong this is, man. And I haven't caught Pete on here long enough to ask him what that was. Was it maple or... So if he does pop in here, guys, find out. Hey, So is here. Hello, sister. How you doing, So? Under the bark. Another amazing carver, guys. Sister So. Doing good. Doing good. So, how have you been? These hearts are for you, Sister So. Love 'em, Wowie says, where the wind blows, thank you. Looks great, Larry says, Matthew, thank you very much. Where the wind blows says, I would leave it wide. Okay, that's good to know. It's my moon man carving you gave me. It's his brother. Yes, it is, Perry. Oh, no, I am not a pro, so I am not a pro by any means. But I'm good enough to where I feel confident to go in here and carve one on live television and just share the experience with everybody. But as you see, so I went in there with my chisel just for that those tight corners there and smacked it with the old chisel and the mallet. And that went in there pretty good. But the only problem is I don't have the whole set, so I had to stop because I didn't have the ones that were like wider. I don't know what that's called in chisel talk. But we're getting there. We're getting there. If these freaking goggles would stop. I don't know why they're doing it, but maybe I'm not pushing my mask on my face right today, or what the heck is going on, but they are fogging up fast. These are supposed to be fog-free glasses. Well, I don't know about that. But yes, we're just going to continue on. I'm going to do a little bit of hand sanding here on these nose humps and just get them better established. I hope you guys can see that. So yeah, when it comes to these power carving creations, folks, a huge majority of the time spent is not just the carving, but the sanding, the shaping, the stop and having a break and just looking over your piece from every angle. There's so much more to carving than just the carving, You feel me? If anybody knows Wowwy out there, you guys know how much I love to sand and make things. Like, I don't like to have maker's marks or tool marks or, you know, any. I don't like to have that anywhere. By the time I'm done my pieces, I like to make them super, super smooth and soft to the touch. And that's just, you know, different styles. Like, in the Kindred Spirits, there's one carver. I can't think of his name right off the bat, but he'll take like a log, the face of a log, and he'll carve his wood spirit in it. Or he also does like wolf faces, and he likes to go like into the side of a log, okay? But he does it with like chisels and hammer and chisel, and he doesn't sand it. Everything is just ragged, but man, like you can see all of the chisel marks in it, and it's all choppy and rough. But oh man, can he ever carve a wicked wolf? He's done some other animals, but I've seen him do a couple wood spirits, but more so it's like these wolves and stuff that he'll do, and there's no sanding at all really basically when he's done. But man, are they effective and beautiful carvings. I wish I could think of his name right now. Maybe Paul. Is that the guy that it's like really, really choppy, and it looks like it's like done like bang, 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 but they're like really, really like lifelike. Is his name Paul? So not sure. Not wood psych Paul, but okay, yeah, you know who I'm talking about. There's Mark. Okay, well anyways, point being, that guy, like, you don't have to have everything sanded smooth like a baby's butt, you know? You can, it just depends on your carving style. I guess that's the point I'm trying to make here. Jeez, Wowwy. Get to the point. So, what I'm thinking now, this mouth, before I get too far and cutting in the eyes and doing this stuff, this mouth line, to get that in there, nice, like a nice clean cut line, I'm going to try this. This is my very tiniest carbide ball cutter. And that's basically the smallest ball I can go before just, you know, actually trying to do it with a knife. But I was thinking about that and the shape of this thing, you guys. If I get in here with trying to cut that line in, these lines in with knives, I'm just asking for an injury. Especially just the way it rolls and stuff. I really wish I had something that could hold it like this, you know? Like the Jawhorse outside, but in here, you know? I really wish I had something. But I don't. So, what I'm going to do is make do with what I got. And I'm going to try and do this line here with that little tiny baby carbide cutter ball. And see how that goes. All we can do is try, you know? Like I said again, I'll say it again. I have never carved a wood this tough. But we are going to overcome, and we are going to prevail, folks. We always do at the workshop. I'm going to have a drink of water, because I promised my wife that I would do that and not pass out on the live television. So give me a second just to have a drink, folks. Talk amongst yourselves. Thank you, Grumpy. Thank you, man. Yes. Alec? Was it? No, I'm not sure. So wonderful wood carvers with chisels. Yes, there's many wood carvers. Screw a couple blocks of wood onto your bench. Yeah, that could work too, eh? I really would hate to do that to my carving box, but yeah, it's like So has a really, really cool setup where she has those blocks that you can put in and stuff, but this is just pegboard. This is like really, really flimsy pegboard there. But anyways, I'm gonna see if I can get these lines to connect. Can I get those lines to connect? Because like I said, I did it with the chisel. And now I'm like, oh God, I got to connect these lines. So let's do that. Woo! Here we go. I need a line to follow first. Jeez, Wowie. So we'll go like this. Yep. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, folks. Alrighty. Well, that was a little bit sketchy cutting that line in. I didn't want to knock it off and make it not, if you get that main line not straight, it's going to, it'll come back to haunt you. And then I was just drawing the bottom line there. I'm not comfortable enough yet to do it. I got to, yeah, I just got to get it to the point where that bottom half is good and symmetrical. Because you can't put the material back on. And we don't want to go there. Well, actually, I have had instances where I've had to put stuff back together with wood epoxy and stuff, but we're not going to talk about that right now. But yeah, I'm just trying to get it so that that bottom one, the bottom half, see, I can tell right there that it has to come up a tiny bit. But once I get that line to where I like it, I can cut that line in like we just did with that little tiny carbide ball, and we will get there. We will get there. Let me see. It's also good to put it into the screen so I can look at it. The screen kind of flips it, right? So it gives you a... But yeah, it looks like we're higher on this side. Almost there. Almost there. All right, guys. Thanks for still being there. The ones that are hanging in there watching. We don't got as many viewers as we have in the past couple ones, but I read it correctly, bro. Is this your last stream in 2025? Are you talking to me? Who? Larry. I don't think so. Oh, you gotta go back? Thank you, brother. No, it's not my last stream. I hope not. No, we ain't going nowhere, so don't worry about that, sister. Wowwy'z just going. It's my 36th stream of the year. I did write that in the post, so. But, yeah, no, we're just getting going. But the last live stream, all I need is like, all I need is 13 more views on the last live, and then we break 10,000. I've never broken 10,000. Thanks for coming, Matthew. That's great to have you, brother. And everybody who's hung in there, I really appreciate you all. So yes, I think, yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. So what I'll do with that, the way that worked, is I'll cut that next line in. Yeah, I'll probably do it like upside down like this to match them. But before I do that, I want to do a little bit more work. I want to shape this nose more. It's bugging me. So what I'm going to do here is on the side, you can see up here I want to blend it more into this transition on each side, so it doesn't have such a flat look, and sand them in so that they, you see, you always got to look at your carvings from the bottom, from the sides. I can see there what I have to do. That has to come in a little bit and be rounded a little bit. So while I'm just talking to you guys, I'm just going to switch over to this little Kutzall ball. Now, I don't know. I just want to do some very, very light shaping, right? But I don't know if it's going to let me do that or if it's just going to burn. right? Because the wood's so hard. So just while we're talking, I'm going to switch it over and just give it a little test. I won't turn on all the crazy loud stuff. I'll just give it a little test here. I will put on my goggles. So that seems to get me when I don't do it. Even if I don't have my PPE and my face mask on, if I don't put those glasses on, Murphy's Law will make it happen to me. Okay, so I'm just going to just see what it does here on each side here of the nose, and see if this fine flavor will allow me. Yeah, it's okay, but just ever so gently. I'm going to do the same over here. It did what I wanted it to do, but at the same time it was kind of burnt on the other side. Didn't burn on one side, but it burnt on the other. So what do? You get your little piece of sandpaper and you fix it. Solving the problem. Solving the problem. Right? That's what we do. Carve a little bit, solving the problem. Solving the problem. Do a little carving, solving the problem. Solving the problem. How do you do that? With the sandpaper. With the sandpaper. Ah. Yes, folks, you're having a little peek into the craziness that is my mind. And for those that haven't switched off in disgust, welcome and thank you. Solving the problem. Solving the problem. Oh, man. Did I say this is hard wood? Okay, so there. A little bit more on that nose. What do you guys think so far? Are we getting there? Thank you very much. Where the wind blows, sand that. Thank you, Perry. Yuppers, wow, he has some cool characters he come with. Thank you. Thank you very much. Lovely, says Perry. Thank you, man. Wow, says so. This is all for you guys. Thank you, guys. We're getting it. Hey, Mainly Off Grid. Hello, Mainly Off Grid. How are ya? Thanks for checking us out. Making a happy little flower pot wood spirit. Coming along just fine. We appreciate you coming by. Hit the like and the subscribe if you could be so kind. Really, we have been really getting, I haven't been making as many of the makers videos. I've been mainly, I've been really focusing on tribe mail and karma carves and just featuring other members in the woodworking group in our community, I haven't just focused on, making makers videos and focusing on myself. You know, I've been kind of spreading out the love and doing a lot of stuff with, you know, the Kindred Spirits Wood Carvers group and everything, and putting time into that. And so what I'm rambling about is that I'm not getting subs from the makers videos like I normally would. I'm getting subs from the live streams. And it really, really helps the channel. Because if you don't do, you know, one or the other, you're just going to sit stagnant. And we can't do that. The algorithm does not like that very much. So I really appreciate everybody that comes to these live streams. And please subscribe if you're watching, if you haven't yet. And hit the like button, because it really helps the channel. And it makes it so that I can do this more. And art is truly my purpose and therapy in life. So anybody that supports this channel and supports Wowwy, you're not just supporting a YouTube channel, you're supporting my life, and basically you're a big part of my well-being. Because art, just like Perry said, is my solace. And my brother too. Oh, goodness gracious. We are getting there, guys. I'm sorry I'm not going faster, but this is really, really hard wood, and I want this piece to be really special in the end. It's not just a quick bang and thank you, Betty kind of deal. This is going to be probably a gift for somebody special in the end. So I really appreciate you guys watching. Oh, man. There. Well, it's not all of the maker's marks gone yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there. So now, I got to start thinking about that bottom mouth line. I always stumble across these amazing creators. Love it. Thank you, Mainly Off Grid. Really appreciate that. Yeah, we do all sorts of stuff at Wowwy'z Workshop. I'm also a pencil artist, and I do some other types of art. We make jewelry. My brother is an amazing, amazing metal worker. And we make collaborations where I carve, and then Darren will make something out of copper, and we put the two pieces together. And a piece that's coming up is also one of these vessels, one of these flower pots, but it's out of the cedar post. And maybe some people have seen how people will make these cedar fences out of these like beams, and they're old and like rustic. Well, Pete made made a vessel out of one of those, and I want to do a native, an indigenous face on it. And I want to have one of my brother's feathers hanging off the side. And that's going to be coming up soon. I almost started it instead of this one, but this one took the cake because it had the big face. I wanted to do a big happy wide open mouth. So this one got chosen first. But I'm going to be doing one soon where it's going to have my brother incorporated too. So please watch for that, guys. How much time do I got? 3:53. Man, I really wanted to start that. But don't rush it, Wowwy. You don't rush it. I'll just clean her up a little bit more, guys, and just, yeah. I'll try going in there a little bit more with these. I really need a new Dremel 7144. I'm going to order myself one tonight, actually. Because these little diamond burrs, I always say how much I love them. It's just a little diamond tip burr from Dremel. But man, do they ever they clean up your cut lines really, really nice. And with me, I like to do the cut line with the, Carbide ball. And then I go in after with the 7144 and I clean up that cut line. Yeah, like that. So I didn't like that very much because it's a pretty worn burr. But as you can see, I went in there and just followed those little eyes, and I'm getting the eye mount lines cut in really, really nice and deep. And then, you know, as you go, you kind of shape. You can shape the eye mound a little bit more as you go. But it's all cut in and defined. And now I just got to work while I'm off camera here on this nose more to get it to where I like it. But we're definitely getting there, folks. We're getting there, and we're getting there together. And that's the most special part about all of these projects, is that we do it together, you guys. These projects, they're a collaboration. And we're all together, you know? And it really means a lot to me that you guys are here. Thank you. Subbed immediately, says mainly off-grid. Thank you, sir. Joe! You get the wowie. You get the wowie symbol. Thank you very much. Where the wind blows says his grain is perfect for his face. Thank you. Because I was kind of worried about it and thinking if some of that grain was distracting. But I don't think it is. You know? I think it's kind of neat, you know? And the fact that it's spalted and it's spalted and it just has such a unique, like you could never duplicate that, you know? That's the beauty of Mother Nature and wood. Like, look at that grain, you guys. Isn't that beautiful? So cool. So cool. Yes, hey Grumpy, the colors are just so... Yeah, I really like, especially that side. Like, wow. Isn't that cool? This is the kind of stuff we'll do here at Wowwy'z Workshop. If you hang out, subscribe and hang out a while, folks. So how you guys doing? We're 2 minutes away from our 2-hour mark. Are you guys about done for this show, or it's like an army guy wearing camouflage this period? Yes, it is, eh? Definitely is. You guys are doing okay? Thanks, Mark. Mark says he looks awesome. Here, man. Color is excellent, says where the wind blows. Thank you, guys. Sure do appreciate you, folks. Here's some little party ones, too, and some 100%ers, because you guys are awesome people. 100%ers. Well, thanks. So it's right back at you, sister. So, yeah. Like I said there, I'm going to be working on shaping this nose more. Maybe work a little bit more on the eyes, but I'll see. I'll talk to you guys a lot. So many of you guys have become my personal friends on here that I can talk to you guys, when the live's done and just get you guys' input on should I continue on this project or change it up? You know, after I do 2 shows on a project, I don't want to get people bored, you know, but we'll see what folks say afterwards, because I truly do appreciate you guys' feedback, and I listen. You better believe Wowie listens. You gotta go, Perry? Okay. I understand. Yeah, it's been 2 hours, man. Thank you, man. Give the family my best. And again, Perry, I'm so happy you got the package, and I hope the wait was worth it. You know, keep shining, brother. You truly are a lighthouse, Perry, and you got my support always, bro. Oh, he said, Wowie, I spent 3 weeks on my pepper. No one minds it. Okay. Awesome. Thank you very much. Have a good evening to all of you. Thank you, so. He was stoked, opened it up. Yes, definitely. We are going to open that baby up. So if you guys are cool with that, we'll work on getting that mouth open next time, and those eyes, right? Hopefully I'll have the nose to a better place. And then we'll bring, that's when the spirit, that's when the soul happens, you know? And the thing, all of a sudden, it comes to life, and it's like, holy smokes, we made that. Good night. Good night, Perry. God bless you too, sir. And good night, so much love. I'm happy with how it's going so far. You know, happy and scared at the same time, and that's a good way to be. You know, a little bit of fear never hurt anybody, and it makes you stay on your toes, and it makes it so you don't become complacent and make a big mistake that you can't bring back, right? So little fear never hurt anybody. So folks, we make the 2-hour mark. That's what I like to usually do, because as a lot of you guys know, that I don't do the best with the standing. I'm going to bring you back out. I'm going to bring this up a little bit here. Oh, sorry. Look at that hairdo. So yeah, basically, I'm back. Basically, after I do this 2-hour session, it's all the standing that I can do. So like, just like I said, the sitting, I'm not good with sitting. I'm not good with standing for too long either. It's actually why I can't work anymore. You know, if you can't sit for very long, you can't stand for very long. There's not a lot you can do in this world unless you're a supercomputer person, and I'm not that, right? So after 2 hours, this is about all I can do, and then I got to go in there and get flat and lay there. So thanks for another awesome live. Thank you, Mark. Thanks for being here, man. Thank you, everybody, for coming. This is like I tell my wife, this is my favorite day of the week. This is when my friends come to hang out with me. We work on a little art, make a couple new friends, and yeah, it's just, I just love it. WIP Wednesday is my very favorite day of the week. You understand, Mark? Okay, brother, it's good to know that I got understanding out there. I don't like knowing that other people hurt and suffer like I do, and I'm sorry for that. Anyone out there who lives with chronic pain, that's what Made in Pain is all about. That's one of the hashtags we use here. It's because our art and our therapy, and everything that we make is technically made in pain. And so I started using that hashtag to, you know, to represent all of the warriors out there, all of the artists and creators that live with hardships, but they push past it, and they still take time to make a little art and make this world a little bit brighter of a place. And it's very important work, you guys. So all of the Made in Pain warriors out there, keep shining. Don't ever stop. You got Wowwy'z support. Thank you, Grumpy. Thank you. He's got the #1 badge there. I really appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for being here. All of you. You guys are part of my family now. And I love y'all. I truly do. So, with that, if that's good with everybody, I am going to go in there, check on my fuzzy children, and lay down and get a little bit of rest now. So thank you for being here. That's been WIP Wednesdays. Wowwy'z Workshop. Much love, everybody. See you next Wednesday. Wowie out.